Shalom Aleichem. This is a Sefer Ashlei Ravrevei. This is called Ashlei, the trees of Ravrevei. This is from Jitamar, 1852. So this Ashlei Ravrevei is on the Shulchan Aruch. It's Al Shem Hanehu Trei Gavrei Ravrevei Denafke Mehacha. The two great people, the Nafke Mehacha, Hamakatrim, Umaatrin, Umasovin al Hashulchan HaTahor, that crown, and that it's another word for a crown, atara. It beautifies the Masovin al Hashulchan, and they are sitting around the table HaTahor, the pure table, Asher Lefnei Hashem, which is before Hashem. HaMesudar v'Aruch, that's the Shulchan Aruch, which is Mesudar is it's orderly, and it's set out. V'Aruch, it's set out Lakol for everybody. Dachpin Lishmoa is Devar Hashem, that are very interested and eager to learn the words of Hashem. Umimi yatsa hora yesei v'yechol, and umime yotza hora, they can, from where the halachos are, from v'yesei v'yechol they should go and take sustenance mishulchan gavoa, from this great table. V'yishta b'tzama, they should drink with thirst. As divrei ha'ma'oros, these illuminating words, hagadolim. As divrei ha'ma'oros hagadolim asher mipihim anu chayim. These great lights that we are living from their, what comes from their mouths. In other words, their sayings, their discussions. Halo hema hanakuvim kan v'shemosim. These are the names. HaTorei Zahav, the Torei Zahav. That's the golden. HaTor is like a mountain or a pillar. The golden pillar. Asher Chiver Harav Hagadol, the great Rabbi Neria Reish Mem Reish Nen Hagon Hagadol Moreno Rabbeinu Rav David ben Moreno Rabbeinu Rav Shmuel. That's Rav David ben Rav Shmuel Zatzal. Sifsei Cohen, the Sifsei Cohen, Shechiver Hagon Hagadol Al Yedei Shabsi ben Hagadol Moreno Rabbeinu Rav Meir Katz Cohen Tzedek. That's Rav Shabsi ben Harabenu Rav Shabsi ben Hagadol Moreno Rav Meir Cohen Tzedek, the Cohen. So it's called the Sifsei Cohen. The Nachte, the Umke, the Dine goes to the depths of the Din. Vehefiku Margolios de Leslo Time, and we can find pearls here. V'od b'hashlishis v'hi zav zer zahav or zer zahav sabiv hashulchan hator hachabor nechbad mehagon rav reish mem rabekesh zal v'nekreis be'er hagola yakar mipaz v'yavnei sigola l'mayin yakar mipaz v'yavnei sigola. Yakar Apaz is Yokar Mipaz. It's more dear than gold. V'yavnei sigola, and different diamonds, different great stones that are worth a lot. Laman bo bedas chelula, lema'ayan bo bedas chelula, to go and to think, contemplate it. Bedas chelula, with a clear head, with a clear das, a clear way of thinking. So this is the Ashlei Ravrevei, with the Torah is a hov, and the Sifsei Cohen Sifte Cohen, that's on the Shulchan Aruch. This was done in Jitamar, 1852. And here's the table of contents. It starts with Hilchos Yayin Nesech, the what kind of Yayin Nesech, that's wines that are kosher, that one can drink. Yayin Nesech, it's called. Hilchos Yayin Nesech. Yeah. So, Kuf Chav Gimel, that's 100, this is 133. Kama Dinim Yayin Nesech. There are many dinim, the halachos of Yayin Nesech, of the wine that can be drinking, which is kosher, shehoya nahug b'yamim hakadmonim, that was practiced in the earlier days, b'yamim hakadmonim. V'eze yayin ne'esar mishum yayin nesech, and which wine is is prohibited because of the din of yayin nesech. Yayin Nesech, above seifim, and there are 21 seifim in there. Each one of these dinim are called a seif. Aleph. Bayomim hakadmonim, hoya stam yainam shel amamim, ovdei elilim, shehayu menasechim kol yayin ligilulim osur bihano, v'hu hadin lamago'o b'yayin Shel Yisrael. In the earlier days, in general, the wines of the people of the Gentiles, of the Elim, at that point, this was many hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. At that point, they were idol worshippers, and they would worship the idols, their gods. Shahayu menasechim kol yayin. They would take the wine that they have, and they would anoint it. They would put they would anoint it in some way with their wine, legilulim, so to their idols. So this is asur b'hana. This kind of wine is prohibited for having any benefit from. It can't be used. It can't be sold. Certainly, it can't be drunk. V'hu hadin lamagaom b'yayin shel Yisrael, and the same din, the same halacha is lamagaom if it touches a kosher wine. Hago, and here's a note to it. Mishum gezeras yayin. I think the Hago means that Rav Moshe Isserlis. So he is putting a different note of the halacha in it. Mishum gezeras yayin she nisnasach la'elelim. Begezera, it's like a rule that was enacted that it shouldn't. A smaller rule was enacted so one shouldn't go to a larger avera. Gezera shenitnasach le'elilim. Gezeras mishum gezeras yayin shenitnasach le'elilim. Because of a wine that was anointed to the idols. Chas v'shalom. So let's see, Beis. Let's see, when it says Beis, that means you can go, there's a note. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see, Beis. Could this be it? Beis Harashba B'Teshuva. Gimel Yesh Omrim. There are some people that say they got the Maga Eino Yehudi B'Yayin Shel Yisrael Lo Haya Asur Bahana Rak B'Shisia. There's some poskim that say that if a non-Jew touches the wine of a Yisrael, Lo Haya Asur Bahana, that this is not prohibited from having any benefit from it, Rak B'Shisia, except only by, you're not allowed to drink it. In other words, one can have benefit of it, one can sell it, but one cannot drink it. A wine that is touched by a non-Jew, Rak B'Shisia. V'chein stam yayin shel eino Yehudi lo haya asur lehanos mimenu. And also all, in general, wine of a non-Jew, lo haya asur lehanos mimenu. It is not prohibited to have benefit from it. V'lachein haya mutar legabos bechovo min eino Yehudi stam yenam. So therefore, one is allowed to accept wine from a non-Jew as a payment of a debt. In other words, if he has, let's say, 20 bottles of this wine, of this yayin, so one can accept it as payment of a debt, and so one can then sell it. So it's like, so you can have benefit from it. So therefore, it was mutter to collect from a non-Jew if he has wine, stam yenam, and you're able to have on from it. Tor b'shem Rashbam. That's the Tor in the name of the Rashbam. These are all different halachic, great halachic Talmidei Chachamim, rabbis of centuries ago. V'harosh or Mordechai. V'hu hadin b'shar hefsed. And the same thing is for all other kinds of losses. Kigon im ovar v'kana o machar. If he went and v'kana and he bought it, o machar, or if he sold it, aval lechatchila. But so that's b'diavad. B'diavad means if it was done, it's okay. You can have hana, you can have benefit from it. Aval lechatchila, but to start out, haya asur leknoso v'lamochro k'dei lehishtaker bo. But it's not a good idea. Lechatchila means it's not a good idea to start out doing this thing. In other words, you don't go into the business of selling the wine, this Yayin Nesech, but if, let's say, you're collecting a debt, it's something that, in other words, it's something that presents itself that it could, there's b'diavad, that something already happened. So, in other words, you have a debt, and the man is going to give you this Yayin Nesech, so you're able to accept it. But you can't say, okay, I would like to start selling Yayin Nesech. That's lechatchila. That means at the beginning. At the beginning, it's not the best thing to do. It's not something one should do. But if it was done already, then okay, one can do it. So lechatchila hoya osor leknoso. So aval lechatchila, but to start out, hoya osor leknoso ulemochro k'dei lehishtaker bo. It's osor. It's prohibited. Leknoso, to acquire it and to sell it in order to do business with it. Hey Gemel. These are some Rosh Tevas here. Hey Gemel Mem. V'hagon Elio. V'hagon Elio means the Vilna Gaon. V'maharim Padova, Umaharam Padova. V'yesh shahayu makilim gam bazeh. V'yesh shahayu makilim gam bazeh. There are some of the poskim that makilim that are lenient in this also, that you're able to go and do business with the Yayin Nesech. V'tov asul lahachmer, but he says v'tov asul lahachmer. It's good what they did lahachmer. Lahachmer is to be stringent and not to do this. In other words, some people said it was okay to lechatchila, to at the very beginning to say I'm going to sell Yayin Nesech, but the Shulchan Aruch says, "B'tov asul lahachmer." It's better what they did, lahachmer, to be more stringent. And here, this is the Turei Zahav, and then this is the Sifsei Kohen. So these are the various mefarshim of the. This is the Shulchan Aruch over here, and these are the various mefarshim they're explaining the Shulchan Aruch. So mishum gezeros. Bayomim haikadmonim hayastam yainam shel amamim over elilim shayim menaschim kol yain legililim asher banav v'huadin lemagaom b'yain shel Yisrael. Oh, okay. So in the earlier days, it was the wine of the people, non-Jews, over their limb at that hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, they worshipped Elilim, the idols. So they used to go and they would anoint this oil to their idols. So it's asur b'nah. We are not allowed to have any benefit from it. Hu hadin lemagam b'yayin shel Yisrael. If it touches the yayin of Yisrael. So let's see. So Chaf Gimel Aleph. Let's see where. So okay, mishum gezerah. Let's see what he says. This is the Sifsei Kohen. Mishum gezerah, gezerah. That means it's like a gate. In other words, it's an extra prohibition, so that one shouldn't go on to other prohibitions. Kelomar asar midirabanan mishum yayin shenitnasech la'elilim. It's asar midirabanan. Asar. It's prohibited from midrabanan, from the rabbis, mishum yayin shenitnasech la'elilim. Wine that was already anointed to the idols, she'asar mid'oraisa. She'asar mid'oraisa. Oh, if in other words a certain wine was already anointed to idols, this is asar mid'oraisa. This is asar, prohibited mid'oraisa. From mid'oraisa means from the Torah. So this is talking about, it's a gezerah from yayin that is just a stam in their possession, that it is prohibited, so that one shouldn't deal with Yayin Nesech, which was already anointed to the idol. V'chein mishum, and the same thing as him is because mishum gezeros benosehen kideisa b'shas uposkim. It's also, in other words, that there shouldn't be intermarriage. Benosehem. That, in other words, if one shouldn't be dealing with wine, and it shouldn't be, so that there should not be intermarriage. Yayin mevushel shel Yisrael shenoga bo hamanasech. Yayin mevushel. Let's say this is Yayin mevushel means wine that was cooked. Shel Yisrael, wine that was cooked. Shel Yisrael, of a Jewish person. Shenoga bo hamanasech. And somebody that would have possibly anointed this wine, a non-Jew, that touched the Yayin mevushel, that's wine that was cooked, hoya mutter, it was mutter, it's permitted. So this, once it's cooked already, it becomes permitted. Nikra mevushel misheherticha al gabei haish. When is it called? When is the wine called mevushel? That it is cooked. Misheherticha al gabei haish. When it is brought to a boil on top of the fire. So if it's brought to a boil on top of the fire, so then it's called Yayin mevushel. Oh, we didn't say that. We didn't learn this. Beis. This is beis. Oz hoya osur la'asos merchatz mistam yayin lachola shalo hoya bo sakana. And it's also it's prohibited la'asos merchatz to do like a washing. Mistam yayin lachola. In other words, merchatz. It's rochetz means to wash. So one can't use the wine to do like a washing of the face or whatever. Mistam yayin of wine that Yayin Nesech lachola shelo bo haya bo sakana. On, let's say there's a chola, a sick person, God forbid, but shelo haya bo sakana. It's not such a very. There's not such a danger with this sickness. If there was a danger, so then it's a possibility that one can do use the Yayin Nesech to help the person, because when there's a sakana, when there's a danger, then one can do much more. One can do. This would not be enough. One can use it. Well, we don't know for sure, but anyway, over here it's talking about shelo haya bo sakana. Shelo haya bo sakana, that a sick person that it was not like a life-threatening, God forbid, sickness. If it was a life-threatening, then there's a lot more leeway. Then one most probably can use the Yayin Nesech to wash the face or whatever it is. So we did that. We learned that, and then we just learned this about Yayin mevushel. This is Gimel Yayin mevushel shel Yisrael. If cooked wine from a Yisrael, shenaga bo hamanasech, that somebody touched it, that had Yayin Nesech, or that was cooking the Yayin Nesech, that was anointing the Yayin Nesech, so that he touched the Yayin mevushel. He touched this wine that was from the cooked of a Jewish person. Hoya mutter. This is permitted. It's permitted. It's in a bottle, of course. It's in a bottle. So when is this called mevushel? Cooked misherticha al gabei haish, when it is brought to a boil on top of the fire. Here, dalet. Yayin she'arvu bo devash upalpalin, wine that had as a mixture. It was a mixture of devash, is honey, upalpalin or pepper. Im nishtane ta'amo mechamasam lo haya ne'esar b'maga hamenasech. If the tam, if the taste of it changed because of the honey or because of the pepper, so lo haya ne'esar b'maga hamenasech. So then this is not. So then this was not usur. It's not prohibited if somebody that's dealing with Yayin Nesech touches it. Let's see what it says here. This is the Sifsei Kohen. Ches v'hu hadin. The same din applies b'devash lachud o palpalin lachud. If let's say one mixed the yayin, stam yayin, with pepper, just pepper, with just the vash's honey, or if it was mixed with just pepper, kol shenishtane tam hayayin v'nireh, whatever kind of ingredients changes the tam of the yayin, the taste of the yayin. V'nira, and it seems the huadin shar devarim kol shenishtana ta'amo machamason. So and the same. So this seems that it means not only wine and pepper that would change the tam of the yayin of the wine. That if it is changed, so then it's not. Then it is not made prohibited by the touching of somebody that deals with the Yayin Nesech. Anything that changes the tam, the taste of the wine, it's okay. It's mutter. So that means it's okay. So anyway, this is the first din of this is the Shulchan Aruch. This is the Shulchan Aruch, and this is the Torah Zahav, and this is the Sifsei Kohen. And this is the Tochen, the table of contents, the Tochen. And this is Ashlei Ravrevei. And this is so. These are the two great commentators on the Shulchan Aruch, two of the great, and that's with the Torah Zahav. That's a Rav Gon, Harav Hagon, Rav David ben Harav Shmuel Zatzal. That's the Torah Zahav, and the Sifsei Kohen. That's Harav Reb Shabsai ben Hagodl Harav Reb Meir. Katz is Kohen Tzedek. Zatzal. This is this was made in Jitomar, 1852. So this is the Ashlei Ravrevei with the mefarshim, with these mefarshim, the Torah Zahav and the Sifsei Kohen, So things should be good. Hashem should help. And Kol Tov, thank you. Thanks again for watching. Kol Tov.